Hello, everybody. Buddy with Midland, Texas. This is going to be a real interesting video tonight. As you probably saw in the news, Beto O'Rourke announces that he's running for governor of Texas. Okay, I'm going to tell you what you don't know, and I think you're going to find this real interesting. Got a Facebook post here that said, "Are they using this evidence for politics?" Okay. And here's a short read. This is a couple of days ago. I emailed the video called Prostitute or Die to Reverend Michael Cooper, president of the Beaumont chapter of the NAACP. He is running for governor of Texas as well. I did this because I believe the girl that was murdered at the Underground Oil Show party in 2010, located in my backyard, was the 14 to 21-year-old black girl that was found outside of Midland in 2013. There's Crime Stoppers about it, made many videos about that. The next day, Beto announced he was running for president, and it made me wonder if this information was sent over to him to be used to win the governorship. I had contacted Beto when he's running for president, and he did nothing at all to stop the crimes here, never even replied. These fact-filled videos contained evidence which some people may think implicates Governor Abbott and former Governor Rick Perry in the cover-up of the crimes and murders connected with the underground homes here believed to have been hosting oil show parties. Something very similar happened right before the election for president, as I had called Pelosi's office and told one of her people what was going on here. Some people may have thought that information implicated Vice President Pence in the cover-up of the crimes and murders connected with the underground homes here believed to have been hosting oil show parties. And then on Insurrection Day, it appeared that Pence betrayed Trump, which made me wonder if this evidence had been used to blackmail him and help win the election. And then all the while, the crimes against me continue day after day. Watch these videos and you'll see what I'm talking about. And I have a link to both them videos, Prostitute or Die, and the other one was Pence blackmailed over the Underground Oil Show party murders. Okay. Keep in mind that I'm not a Democrat, but I am a crippled crime victim living under the threat of death with a huge amount of evidence while nothing changes. I am for somebody in office that will restore rule of law so we can live safe inside our homes and see that these killers are stopped and held accountable. That starts with exposing the underground homes. They're literally rigging homes and murdering one homeowner after another and using secret police gang to get away with it, and a corrupt press. That's what's going on. Okay, here's the email that I sent, and I'm going to show you the date on it here. It was November 14, 2021, and black girl murdered in Midland. And I said, Mr. Cooper. Now, keep in mind, Mr. Cooper, running for governor, he is the president of the NAACP. And I said, I just sent this message to Eddie Rabb, who is admin of the Midland NAACP Facebook group, and thought that you'd be interested in seeing this too. I didn't get any reply. I didn't get a thank you. Oh, wow, that might be a black girl murdered there. Oh, well, nothing at all. I got nothing back. I said, and then I went on, I said, thank you for allowing me to join your group. The reason I did this was because I wanted to share some information that's been hidden from the public, which I believe may solve the murder of a young black girl that was found outside of Midland in August 2013. There's a Crime Stoppers on this homicide, which I've sent tips to. I had joined this Midland NAACP group. Eddie Rabb is the admin of that group. And of course, it never got posted there. I got no reply, nothing. It was hidden from the public. It just, there's no way I can get this information out to the public. Not even the black community knows about this black girl being murdered because of the censorship going on. In October 2010, my friend Angie McGee Hurley told me about a young girl that was murdered at a party she was going to, that was going on during the Permian Basin International Oil Show, but she was afraid to report this murder and told me that high-level police were also at those parties. At the time, Angie was leaving my home behind the Midland Home Depot store and at the location of these parties in 5 minutes. I know this because we're talking on the phone while she drove there. I believe these parties were going on in some secret underground homes that I've now documented multiple people saying were here, with one of those people being a recent candidate for sheriff. There is supporting evidence which can be found on Google Maps. This is stuff I post about all the time. I've suspected these underground homes are connected to many crimes and murders in our area. The young previous owner of my home, Mike Lahan, died the week before the 2008 oil show started, and I was ambushed and shot by somebody under my home in January 2012. No amount of evidence or proof seems to be able to generate a news story. And as far as I can tell, no legitimate investigation is going on. They're literally killing one homeowner after another. And there is homes all over. I reported people in the attic, and now I've documented people in the attic all over the country reporting people in the attic. This is a nationwide racketeering and organized crime. I said this video tells a story which was recently tweeted to News West 9, ABC Big 2 News, Midland Reporter Telegram, the DPS, Texas DPS, FBI, DHS, that's Homeland, Midland Police, Midland Sheriff, Office of the U.S. Inspector General, Governor Abbott, former Governor of Texas and former Secretary of Energy, Rick Perry, former Secretary of DHS, Kevin McClellan, President Biden, President Trump, Associated Press, Texas Attorney General Paxton, and the White House without a single response. And God bless everybody with my phone number, and I sent the prostitute or die video, and that's the video that I'm talking about that seems to implicate, Abbott and Perry, okay? And I'm going to just show you just a little bit of that, okay? Here's my next my next comment. The prosecutor video shows this email that was sent to Greg Abbott on the day that Midland Canine Police Officer Chad Simpson murdered his wife and killed himself. It included the rape and murder story that told about the young girl who was murdered at the underground oil show party in 2010. I wondered if Beto was planning on using this against Abbott in the election for governor. He might ask him what he has done about these many crimes and murders after so much evidence has been posted in the public. The video contains even more information. Okay, so here is a print screen of this email that was sent on December 15, 2014. That is this day that Midland Canine Police Officer Chad Simpson was alleged to have murdered his wife and killed himself. And keep in mind, it was found out in 2018, 4 years later, Chad Simpson was one of the secret police in my home. Okay, so here it is. Goes to Governor Rick Perry at the time, Attorney General Greg Abbott at the time, the Texas Rangers. Okay, and and I'd sent the wrong story the day before, so on that day I sent the right story, the rape and murder. And I tell this story that has all this evidence in it. Hey, contact this person. You can, here's this evidence. I have even more evidence now. Okay, so I sent the rape and murder story, the story about the young girl being murdered at the Ozo party, and the same exact day Midland Canine Police Officer Chad Simpson murders his wife, kills himself. I mean, it's just very odd there. Okay, and so I'm going to go on my next comment. I said, on December 13, 2014, I posted the rape and murder story along with a picture of still secret police who was wearing a Midland Canine police jacket on my Facebook. And 2 days later, the guy in the picture, Midland Canine Police Officer Chad Simpson, was alleged to have murdered his wife and killed himself. That was the same day I sent the rape and murder story to then Governor Rick Perry and then Attorney General Greg Abbott. And that's what I'm saying. I wonder if Beto got a hold of this and he's planning on asking Abbott this and calling him out in the public. Did you get this? What did you do about it? Can't you see it on Google Maps? Aren't we talking about multiple murders? What is going on? Here we go. December 13, 2014, rape and murder story posted to my Facebook. 2 days later, this guy in the picture murders his wife and kills himself. When I posted that, I didn't know who this guy was. He was still secret. I got them identified because I saved up disability money, offered a $2,000 reward, and 4 years later, a private investigator identified all 11 of the secret police, and that's when we found out Chad Simpson was in my home, but he had already murdered his wife by then and killed himself. So he's already gone. Some people wondered if they wasn't taken out, if he wasn't going to snitch or whatever. Anyway, I was going to hit that. My next comment, I said, the Was Pence blackmailed video shows this meme that I created that showed that I had created a Facebook post called Artesia Suspects based on a recorded phone call where a woman told me a wealthy oil man from the tiny town of Artesia, New Mexico was connected with the underground homes. Now, that is a secretly recorded phone call, and it's in a video called $1 Million Underground Homes. That's the woman who told me there's 4 3-bedroom underground homes, cost $1 million a piece, said they were having pedophile parties down there. On that same phone call, she mentions a town near in Hobbs that starts with an A. Okay, that would be Artesia. 4 hours after my post, I see where Pence was flying to Artesia, New Mexico. Pence had been in Midland meeting with the leaders of oil companies here, and I wondered if he had been promised donations for help in covering up the oil show party murders. Because I got a feeling these oil companies don't want the public to find out about the oil show party murders in the underground homes. This video contains even more information. Now I'm going to show you here on my Facebook. I posted this on August 15th. Artesia, New Mexico suspects. This is exactly what I told you about. Okay, and I even have a clip of that phone call in here talking about, it's a town near Hobbs, starts with an A. And then 4 hours later, Vice President Pence is flying to the tiny town of Artesia, New Mexico. 4 hours after I posted Artesia, New Mexico suspects, Pence is flying to Artesia. Okay, and now that's all circumstantial, but that's a very, deserves a investigation and very suspicious. Okay. On July 2nd, 2019, I met Homeland Security at the Midland Home Depot store, and I showed them where I believe the human trafficking murder tunnel was located, going from there to my home, and was used for the oil show parties held in the underground homes in the underground home in my backyard. This was the same day that Vice President Pence mysteriously turned around in the air and flew back to Washington, which made national news. You can Google that for Pence in July 2nd, 2019. I suspect the real reason for this was to discuss covering up the oil show party murders in Midland for billion-dollar oil companies. 2 weeks later, the ground was dug up and they poured concrete here while the crimes against me have never stopped. This is a video. This is a print screen of a video. Concrete is coming off the truck. This is on July 17th. I was back here behind the Home Depot store on July 2nd showing Homeland Security where I believe this tunnel was located. See where the ditch was cut coming from the Home Depot store to my house? And in the backyard is where it's believed one of the 4 underground homes is at. And that's where it's believed the oil show parties were going and where that little girl was murdered at. And then now, a little black girl was found outside Midland murdered in 2013. I believe that was that girl. Yeah, see, that's why I was sending this over here in the first place to Reverend Michael Cooper that never replied. Okay. I just thought y'all might find that interesting. I think it'd be real interesting, if we find out that's what prompted Beto to run for governor of Texas. This Buddy Webb.